Yasha Allah, Shalom Israel. First and foremost, I'm gonna give a strong call out to Yahweh, Shema Mashiach, woman like Yahushai, right? Brother Yahar, out of WFIATL. Real quick scripts through the spirit, before I gotta go back. Um, you know, it came upon me because I'm, at work and things of that nature, everything that's going on in the world with, the government shutdown, from, you know, food stamps not being, issued out, uh, you know, rumors of war that's going on, different uh, laws that are like looking to be passed, through so-called Trump administrative things of that nature. And yet, at my job, you still got, and I'm pretty sure throughout, probably y'all workplaces, wherever, even y'all families, keep having this hope that Babylon and that America, this great whore, is going to get better. There's no remedy that's going to allow America, Babylon the Great, to get better. We're not giving her a get well soon card. We looking for her to damn give up the ghost, to turn over, right? I'm gonna jump into it. I ain't got too much time. This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 3 and verse 31, right? Proverbs chapter 3 and verse 31. And it reads, envy thou not the oppressor and choose none of his ways, right? So our people are still caught up in this world, and it'll be easy for the men of the Lord, the daughters of Zion, to do the same if they don't have themselves rooted in Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, and if they don't forsake the world. You have to forsake this world. This world is going to pass away, it's going to be utterly destroyed, right? You should be seeking for the kingdom to come, right? Not meditating on, okay, it might get better during this time and XYZ. That's why prudency comes into place, right? Prudency comes in to where you're already planning ahead, right? Both spiritually and physically, right? Your trust should be in the Most High, right? You shouldn't have to rely, solely on Esau. Then it's woe is me, because now you're stretching your hand forth over to Egypt for help. All right, let me get that real quick. All right, the book. This is Isaiah chapter 31 and verse 1. It says, woe to them that go down to Egypt for help. It says, woe to them, destruction to them that go down to Egypt for help. It says, and stay on horses and trust in chariots, because they are many, and in horsemen, because they are very strong. But they look not unto the Holy One of Israel, neither seek Yahweh. So if you're giving your strength over to America and what they have to offer, you're not forsaking the world, and yet you're putting your trust in this world and into one of your top ops. You're putting your hands and your life, and you're putting your life in the hands of your top op. That don't make any sense, right? It says, "Whoa," right? Let me go to the Book of Lamentations, right? It's the Book of Lamentations. Which one do I want? Mm-mm. I'm gonna get Lamentation 4 and 17. It says, as for us, our eyes as yet fail for our vain help, and our watching, we have watched for a nation that cannot save us. Right? And history repeats itself. There's no new thing under the sun. Right? Our people were doing that with Egypt, crying about, oh, we don't have our the cucumbers and the melons we used to eat. Oh, there we used to eat fishes abundantly. Instead of searching and putting your eyes forth and seeking the Most High, you're looking back towards the captivity that you were in previously. And that's what our people are doing today's time. They're looking and watching and hoping for a nation that can't save us. America, Babylon the Great is not bringing you into the kingdom, right? It's not bringing you into the kingdom. They're not. They're not gonna give you a one pass. Oh yeah, we we put in a good word for you. No, they're gonna get you destroyed. They're absolutely gonna get you destroyed. It says, as for us, our eyes is yet failed for our vain help, and our watching we have watched for a nation that cannot save us. So it's literally it boggles my brain that you got our people out here that's really after so many years of being shown these horns, after all these years, they're still trusting. And you even got some of our people that's so called in the truth that's still trusting, right? Oh, you shouldn't have to go and rebuke this nation. You know, you gotta obey the magistrate. It's not what it's going into. You don't. Oh well, you know, I can't. Uh, uh you know, I can't damn shake the hand because of they're just madness. You hear a lot of goofy stuff, right? You hear a lot of goofy stuff, but that's for people that want to save America and want America to save them. It's crazy, right? This is Sirach chapter 12, and I'm gonna start at verse 10. It says, "Never trust thine enemy, for like as iron rusted, so is his wickedness. Though he humbleth himself and go crouching, yet take good heed and beware of him." So you have to beware. Yo, Esau, many times they'll throw in a little bone just to keep you quiet, and then turn around and do some outlandish stuff. Right? They'll do some crazy outlandish stuff, but you're so blinded by these visors and these veils that you're overlooking that because they give you a little something. Right? They do that all the time. Oh, I mean, shoot, America definitely got a lot better. You know, we're not in the slave fields anymore. Still less than three-fifths of a man. Still really can't get uh or I'll say it's extremely hard still in this modern time for you to get a legit business loan. Right? It's still very hard, to get us get to a certain level, if your, I'll say, counterpart with maybe even less experience might get in there before you, right? Also, when it comes to, we're still being lynched in 2025, which is crazy, but yet, oh, we move forward. We had a so-called black president. We got so-called black millionaires and this, that, and the third. Our people start to what's it called? They start to eat the BS because it tastes a little better. That's crazy, right? It says, though he humble himself and go crouching, yet take good heed and beware of him, and thou shalt be unto him as if thou had wiped a looking glass, and thou shalt know that his rust has not been altogether wiped away. Right? So you gotta accept these people for who they are. You gotta accept these people for who you are, for who they are. You can't just sit there and just hope and pray that they're gonna get better. Babylon is not gonna get better. America is not gonna get better. You might as well hang that up, right? Let me get two precepts real quick, right? The Lord taught, even the disciples to be, very, very circumspect. This is Matthew, Salah, chapter 10, and verse 16. It says, "Behold, I send you forth as sheep in the midst of wolves. Be ye therefore wise as serpents and harmless as doves." Right? So you have to be uh, wise as serpents. If you don't know, a lot of times when serpents, whether it's I'll say different types of reptilians, like the Komodo dragon, different like cobras, snakes, and things of that nature. They have a sensory, right? They have a sensory that they use, of course, like with their tongue, and also they uh, feel slash see like heat signatures type deal. But they have real good senses, and they a lot of times use their tongue as another form uh, of sensing out their surroundings. So being wise as a serpent, you have to be very vigilant about your surroundings. Every slight little change, you got to be on it. You got to be able to see like, okay, they doing X, Y, Z, or this their next move. All right, so more than likely, I know what's going down. A prophecy says this. Hey, might have to get prepared for XYZ. Like that's how you're supposed to move. That's what he was teaching, right? Uh, the apostles, the disciples, etc. That's what they're being taught. They're being taught this. They have to be wise as serpents. Our people are in a docile state right now. That's why you have men of the Lord in the four corners of the earth trying to bring this truth to them, because our people is extremely docile. They're trusting into their oppressor. And don't get yourself jammed up, right? Unknowingly doing the same. Right? You got to catch yourself sometimes. Right? Oh man, I hope, some people might make that comment, man. I hope the stocks don't go down this bad. I just got this XYZ set up. What you mean? What you want to prolong? Right? You want to prolong for what? Why you want to benefit in this kingdom to an extent of being at the highest of the high? There's nothing wrong with being able to get by and things of that nature, but trusting in it, right, to the point it's like, oh, I don't want it to go, cause hey, I'm kind of living, I'm kind of smooth right now. Right, it's off. Right, it's off. You're not gonna be able to turn back the Lord's judgment that He has on Babylon. It's absolutely not going to get better. Right. Let me get that actually. I think I'm there. All right, I'm gonna get the book of Second Edges. I'm gonna have to go back in a little bit. I'm gonna get Second Edges, right, chapter 16, and I'm gonna start at verse 18. It says, the beginning of sorrows and great mournings, the beginning of famine and great death, the beginning of wars, and the power shall stand in fear. The beginning of evils, what shall I do when these evils shall come? Behold, famine and plague, tribulation and anguish are sent as scourges for amendment. Right? They're sent. Right? These things are sent. Why? Because the Most High is judging this wicked ass country. Really, this wicked world, but uh uh predominantly Babylon the Great. Right? I'm gonna jump up real quick to verse 9. It says, actually, mm, dang. Yeah, I start at verse 7. It says, may one turn again the arrow that is shot of a strong archer. The mighty Lord sendeth the plagues, and who is he that can drive them away? Right? You literally just got, dang, all of a sudden, damn 18 wheelers topple over, and you got aggressive monkeys with, I think they said COVID and HIV, running rampant right now in Mississippi in the SIP, right? Is hey, you're gonna have even more wild, strange occurrences like that, man. Just wild creatures just strangely getting transported. Like where they getting transported from? Like what are you doing with those type of drones? You know what I'm saying? Like, why didn't you put them down? Why didn't you kill them? You just transporting these aggressive HIV and COVID. I even like I don't remember. But I don't even remember them saying that animals can just get COVID, catch COVID and all that. So like how the I don't know. I don't know. But hey, the Lord did it. It says, a fire shall go forth from his wrath, and who is he that may quench it? Right? So you can't put a band-aid on Babylon the Great. You're not putting a band-aid on her. She's going to get judged. She's going to get destroyed. Right? Stop trusting in this society. Stop trusting in this government that's ruled by your top by your top oppressor. Right? Your opposition slash oppressor. Your top op is not what's it called? One is not wise, but like it shows who's your God. It shows who you're actually worshiping, right? I do get slide back. So I'm gonna get this last verse right here. I'm gonna jump down. Verse 13. For strong is his right hand that bendeth the bow. His arrows that he shooteth are sharp and shall not miss when they begin to be shot into the ends of the world. So them arrows, he's not missing, right? He got the dead eye, bullseye badge. The all like he's like what bull? Was it Deadshot? I think that's his name. Like he say, oh, he don't miss. He's over Deadshot. He don't miss. He hits every target. That arrow can hit in the bullseye. He can shoot 10, 20, 30 more arrows, and it's just gonna keep splitting in between each other perfectly. He don't miss. So when the Most High sends these plays, when he sends this famine, when he sends these certain things to be taken away, when he sends these out, there's not nobody that could just strong arm it and try to get it back, right? Your arms is not long enough to box with the Most High, right? If it be of his will, it's gonna be done. So our people, and including brothers and sisters that know better, stop putting your trust in Esau. Stop putting your trust in this world. Put your trust in the Most High, right? With that, I want to give a strong call out to y'all watching me. I was shy. All praise to the Most High. Hey, Israel, we gotta tighten up.